Hello, YouTube. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all doing well, waking up and enjoying your day, or at least planning to. I am out here at this park again. I think it's Statham Park. I can't even remember the name of this place. But I am getting ready to make breakfast and lunch to pack with me to take to work today. I'm not cooking rice or anything, and I am planning on just cooking really quick using the butane stove system here. I'm going to try to make some Jimmy Dean sausages, maybe even throw in the rest of this stuff, the bologna, so it can be cooked and saved to be eaten later today, and some eggs and bread, of course, to go with it. You can see I have styrofoam plate and cups here because I was kind of expecting Dave, this homeless vet that I bumped into here the other day, to show up again. I fed him some food and gave him a little bit of cash to send him on his way because he's down and out on his luck. And you can see how windy it is out here. I know it's not visible sometimes on camera, but that's why the wind guard was set up. And I guess I have it the wrong way. I'm going to have to set it up on this side because the wind is coming from the other side. And the reason I set that up is, of course, so the flame doesn't burn out, doesn't get blown down. So that's what we're going to do, is set up the wind guard like that and begin our cooking process. I've got a few minutes. Basically, I got about 15-20 minutes to cook and eat and go. So without further ado, let's get started. I am going to start the process off by focusing the camera. Turning on the flame. Looks like it is lit. Alright, I'm going to turn it down just a slight bit. I'm going to add some oil, even though the stuff I'll be pouring on there kind of has oil, but I want it to kind of splatter a little bit. Not so much splatter, but kind of fry things up, really fry up. So what I'm going to do is start by frying this all up. I'm just going to take all of this and just put it out there and let it fry, yeah. I'll be separating it here later, but I am cooking it all up because it's been a week since it's been here, like 4 days, and I want to cook it up before it all goes bad. So let me go ahead and start cooking, and you can follow along on the video. The avocado salami is, of course, frying up nicely with all this oil here. And go ahead and flip it. I know it's splattering everywhere. I am going to put the lid on it to try to reduce the splattering somewhat. And basically we're just cooking the meat because I'm going to be taking it as kind of like a protein snack for work. And I'll probably be tossing some of this in, so we might as well just go ahead and open that up and toss it in right now. Here then are my sausages, and we are like just dropping everything in there. Kind of rush. Okay, sausages have been tossed in there. Everything is just cooking right on up. You get all that smoke and steam coming out as the food is cooking up. Yeah, this is more food than one person can eat. I am cooking just in the event that Dave shows up, so he can have a nice hot breakfast with me. And if he doesn't show up, I'm just going to take it with me as snacks. Our train is there again. And it looks like somebody's driving a U-Haul truck. They probably more than likely have converted that to live in. Sorry about everything being out of focus here, but maybe he'll come around the other side. There is a U-Haul truck up there. I guess he's parking up front. Easier for him to get in and out from up there versus trying to come back and loop around. But there was a U-Haul that just drove by here that looks like somebody may have converted it, an older U-Haul. Unless that's Dave. Now, I bumped into Dave the other day and realized, he was homeless. And unlike me, he didn't even have a vehicle, so he was walking around. I asked him if he was hungry, and he said, sure. So, I gave him my food from yesterday. And then saw that he didn't really have any money on him, so I gave him some money. I normally don't hand out cash to homeless people. When they stand there and on the street corners and stuff, because a lot of them end up being like scammers. But I could pretty much tell that Dave, was homeless. He told me a little bit about his story, and it's kind of sad, but we'll talk about that in another episode. But it has to do with light perception and shades of gray or black and white, and we'll talk about that in another video. But for now, food is looking pretty good. I'm about to pull off the cotto salami. I might let it fry pretty crispy because I kind of want it a little bit dry. Although I am going to start making my sandwiches right now. So let me pull that off and start the sandwiches up. Alright, I am going to go ahead and pull off the cotto salami before it gets too crispy. Take off these 2 slices here. It's actually kind of burning. So we got crispy cotto salami for our, I think I'm going to save it for lunch. I'll set this extra one here aside for now. Just cooking up, and then we'll be putting the eggs on here in just a minute. So yeah, this is quite a big meal here for me to make. I'm going to turn the heat down just a little bit. And thinking here, you know, I got another piece. I think I'm just going to go ahead and make another sandwich. I'm looking at the time, and I don't think Dave's going to show up because it is a bit late, and he was here a little bit earlier than this time yesterday because by now he had left. So it looks like he might not show up today, so all this food's going to have to be just for me. Goodness. Alright, I popped 3 eggs in there that I am going to season and then cover up to cook. So for seasoning, we need to get our badia, which we have here. And I think to give it a little bit more oomph, we're going to add on some of this chopped onion. So let me go ahead and do that. You can see food's already burning as I try to prepare it and film. Let me turn the heat off. I don't think we need the heat on anymore. Everything's shut off now. This is our eggs. Some of you are asking for ingredients, you know, like the recipe. You can kind of watch what I do and see what to use. But this is chopped onions. Oh, I can smell it. It smells so good. There's something about onions, you know, when they're cooking, they release like a really nice aroma. Now I put on some of this. This is going to give it a little bit of saltiness, salty flavor here from the badia. And I am going to go ahead and flip this egg over real quick here. Let's see if we can do this without busting the egg. And we're having a little bit of a hard time, but we eventually got it. Do the second one here. I'm going to split it right here. And do our second egg flip. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and not quite. 1, 2, 3, and flip. And our third egg flip. 1, 2, 3, and flip. That was busted. Bummer. And I set the gas back on. Set it back on medium. Let that kind of fry up a little bit. I'm going to seal the heat. Let that really, really cook up. And we're going to have a really good meal. Alright, it looks like it is pretty much done. So I turned down the heat. I'm going to let it just simmer or bake just a little bit more. And then we'll go ahead and transfer it to our sandwiches. And we should be good to go. Well, sadly, it looks like Dave is not going to make it here today. I have run out of time waiting for Dave. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble this food to take with me as lunch for work. And eat the other one for breakfast. And then just wish Dave luck wherever he is. I hope he is staying safe. This is a very simple sandwich that anybody can make. And in my case, I am making, it's an egg, salami, and bread sandwich. I could add some ketchup, which I might. I don't think I need to. I think there's enough saltiness there that I don't need it. I'm gonna make a third one here to eat for breakfast, and then I have all these sausages I can just munch on. I had like extra eggs and some other stuff I could have cooked up if Dave was here, but I don't see him. And my time is up. I've got to put this food together, eat it, and head out to work back at the Kennedy Space Center Visitors Center. I want to thank you all for joining me on this quickie breakfast. Kind of had to rush it, and it is like super windy today. So I don't know how that's going to translate at the Cape because it's generally very windy out there because we are actually on Merritt Island, which is like getting a breeze from the ocean. And of course the other side is just flat, which is the, well, we're getting a breeze not from the ocean, but from the Banana River. And then on the other side we have the Indian River. But the breeze comes from the ocean, blows across a little strip of land, speeds up again over the Banana River, hits the Merritt Island, then slows down a little bit, then comes back over the Indian River and hits us here off US 1, and it is generally very, very powerful. But for some reason, the wind is actually blowing eastbound today, not west. So it's blowing offshore. It's blowing away from the shore. Which is kind of interesting. I know we don't have a time for a full-blown McBang video, but I thought you guys would enjoy seeing me eat this a little bit and describing to you what it tastes like. But basically, it tastes good. I used up the last of my, what was that, the cotto salami. I fried it up, so it's kind of crunchy. Might help to kill any bacteria that may have grown on it, but it should be fine because I kept it refrigerated inside my van in the little cooler by keeping it stocked with ice. The egg really enhances the flavor. Because on the salami side, you have the really strong saltiness. The egg on the other side, on the other hand, is a bit of a milder, almost muted taste. You know how eggs taste, right? Especially the egg yolk. And of course, because we seasoned it with barilla, we get that magical barilla flavoring. This is certainly a very good breakfast for me. I think I would rather have this than a McDonald's, was it McNoy? I don't even remember the name of the real one. But anyhow, I think this tastes actually a lot better. It's a lot cheaper to make too. By the way, where I am right now in this area, I went by Walmart this morning, and they had a dozen eggs for 58 cents. Even though I had a couple eggs left from the other dozen I bought from Dollar Tree, I went ahead and grabbed the dozen large eggs for 58 cents. So you might be seeing me make a lot of dishes with eggs, and that's the reason. It was 58 cents for 12. I could not pass that up. So I want to thank you all for joining me today on this episode of Cooking with Denoy. Let's have one of these sausages. This is a Dollar Tree Jimmy Dean sausage. I don't know, it's pretty good. I don't know if it's Banquet. The ones that come in the yellow box with like reddish brown labeling, you know, coloring on it. I don't remember the brand of that, but I don't know if it's Banquet or another famous brand, but those are the ones I'm used to, not Jimmy Dean. The Jimmy Dean, I don't know if you can see the texture here. It's not chunky like the other one. If I had to describe the two of them, I think I prefer the other one. Not so much because it tastes better, but because I'm used to it. Because I think that's the kind... Actually, my mom would buy the kind that would come in the clear foam wrap with the clear plastic on top. But those tend to be very expensive. So I've not been buying those. These are like frozen. Here's a burnt one that some of you may have issues with eating burnt food, but I actually kind of like the sausages somewhat burnt like this. This is it. Once it gets a little bit burnt, I get that texture again, which is what I'm used to, kind of a slightly burnt texture. And now these sausages taste good. So, Maybe I just like eating bad food. Because the bad food seems to really taste good to me. Well, I'm going to wrap it up because I do have to head back out there to the Cape, which is over that way. And this will be my last day here this week. Hopefully everything goes smoothly and they don't cancel the assignment. And I can be here again next week, which should then complete my at least 20 hours of working for them through Spherion. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in an application again if they have a job opening and let them know. I should have hit my 20 hours. Not 20 hours, 20 days, which would be, what, 20 times 8? 160. I don't know if I hit 200 hours or just 20 days, but they'll clarify for me. I'll talk to human resources and see what they say, and I'll keep you guys posted. Until next time, everyone, take care. I hope you're all eating well, staying safe, and enjoying your day wherever you are. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye now.